Previously on Midnight Sentry, a stranger known as Rook hacked into the communication systems of the ESS Antigone, a destroyer belonging to Eberus Station, and informed its owners that it had been hijacked. A team of highly trained operatives had taken it over, and with some help from inside the station, successfully managed to steal it and take off toward the asteroid belt. Though they quickly rounded up all of the crew present, they had not accounted for Rook being aboard, and he has evaded their capture. Despite his insistence that he wasn't going to be doing any heroics, Rook defeated 3 of the 17 hijackers, rescued another crew member, the ship's head cook, and helped the ESS Phobonautis, the ship that had been dispatched to lead the rescue and retrieval effort, track the Antigone and figure out where it's going. However, the hijackers have had enough of Rook's interference and have begun executing hostage crew members because he would not surrender. Not only that, but they have discovered his hiding place in the bowels of the ship. And now, Rook is on the run, desperately trying to stay alive and save the crew, all while the rescue fleet closes in and prepares to fire on the hijacked vessel. This is Midnight Sentry, Episode 5, Fire and Smoke.
Okay. We're safe here, you think?
I do not detect any signs that we are still being pursued.
How many messages came through while we were ducking and weaving?
We have one from the ESS Phobonautis.
Play it?
Rook, you are a more valuable resource than you know. We were lucky to have you aboard the ESS Antigone. We're coming full force against these hijackers, and soon. If you can sabotage the Antigone, such as taking out their weapons or shutting their engines down, do it. Otherwise, your 2 next objectives are to preserve the lives of the crew and to eliminate hostiles. I approve you taking any action you deem necessary here. I'll leave it all up to your judgment. Thanks for helping us, and stay safe. Good luck, and Godspeed. Colonel Longstreet.
End of message.
Luna, transmit all of this to the Phobonautis and to the Council.
Affirmative. Now recording.
Council of Eberus, Colonel Longstreet. This is Rook. I send this to both of you. I'm in a right mess right now, and things have taken a turn for the worst here on the Antigone. Sorry if I get a little rambly here. I don't have the time to compose you something shorter. And you all seem to lack the experience that I have in these types of situations. Though I haven't been able to verify it, I'm feeling pretty confident that they have executed at least 1 crew member and have either recaptured or killed the head chef I rescued. According to my watch, they've threatened to kill another one in just under 5 minutes. I hope they'll realize before then that killing hostages doesn't get me to be any more cooperative. I'm sorry that I have to be heartless like that. But I'm not willing to surrender my life just to temporarily keep some crew around longer. Those sons of Salak have no use for me. I'm just a problem. So if I surrender, that's the end. They're too rackin' practical. If I were to guess, most of the crew is alive only because they want to use them as hostages. Now that I've proven that won't work with me, they'll probably try to use the hostages against you, Phobonautis. Try and get you to delay your attack. If you go through with it, if you attack them, then you'll be proving to them that you don't care about the hostages either. So whatever ones they don't need to fly the ship, security teams, cooks, inspectors, whatever, well, start writing condolences to their families and get your PR people to work on how to explain to the press why some 19 people are dead. Phobonautis, Longstreet, was that your name? You must have missed it the first 3 times I said it. But I'm not here to save the day. I'm not a one-man army. I'm a blasted fool with a gun and just enough experience to know how to not get myself killed. I can't storm the bridge, blip a bunch of Special Forces people in the head, and waltz out with the hostages. Here, let me explain it to you. If you've never been in a real person-to-person combat situation before, it happens fast. Real fast. You don't have time to think. Aiming the blasted thing has to be instinct. Pulling the trigger more natural than breathing. Special Forces teams can breach and clear an apartment-sized space in a matter of seconds. They study the space, kick down the door, take 3 steps, and 3 people end up with 3 bullets between their eyes 2 heartbeats later in one dance-like motion. I've been ranking lucky so far. The first guy made a mistake, made too much noise. I picked a spot to hold up with lots of metal and lots of space, so I heard him and pulled him into a long firefight. When that's the case, it's anybody's game. Whoever's smarter, calmer, faster, steadier. But if I hadn't have heard his boots, then I would have heard the click of his trigger and lights out. I only beat the second 2 because they were already in a drawn-out firefight. And then when I joined in, we had them surrounded. Element of surprise and good placement. That's it. They had to watch 2 sides, and I kept myself out of sight as best I could. Got lucky. And I only avoided those goons who were waiting for me because I'm a paranoid, jumpy son of a gun. I've got wits and a decent aim, and that's it. And those are handy when you're running around stirring up trouble. But if I'm going to try and fight 3 to 5 of them in a space they've been fortifying for a few days now, I'm going to need some flashing grenades and breaching charges and like 6 other highly trained individuals. If you want to be clearing out a place like this, then get a team of Riken Marines in here.
New shipwide broadcast.
Time's up, Rook.
Blast it. Oh. Let that illustrate my point. I can't do anything for your people here, Longstreet. Council. If you commit to an attack, they're as good as dead. But I've already made sure you can open the starboard docking bay door. Literally, I leaned a chair up against the override button in the launch area control room. So if you come from the outside and hit the override there, you can get in, and you can get your people here to come in and deal with this mess themselves.
You aren't going to try to be helpful?
I have been helpful.
Colonel Longstreet said it themselves. You are more valuable than you know. They are lucky to have you. The ship is too big for 14 hijackers to cover effectively.
I'm not even supposed to be here. And they've got the place locked up tight.
Does that absolve you of trying to help people and save lives?
I'm not going to argue this with you, Luna. You're a blasted AI in a little box I carry around. Leave this to the real people.
Okay.
Blast it all. Luna,
Yes?
I'm sorry I was rude. I'm under a lot of pressure, but I shouldn't take it out on you.
Do not worry. I do not have feelings, so you cannot hurt them.
I don't apologize for your sake.
I understand, and I appreciate it.
I thought you didn't have feelings. So which way is it to engineering?
Back the way we've come. Second right, then down 3 flights.
Okay, Council. Colonel. You're probably going to be flying in here soon, all guns forward. They've got most of the place locked down, but with enough time, and if I'm careful, I can get past their people. The ship's too big for 14 of them to watch and deal with all of it at the same time. But if I'm not careful, they'll catch me on a camera and move to wherever I'm at. So you're going to have to be patient. I've already seen 2 small motion sensors that they've placed near some of them rad tubes, trying to catch me moving through them. So it may take me a while to get anywhere useful. I'll reach back out when I'm there. Luna, stop recording.
Now stopping. Now recording.
All right. It has been 28 hours since I last got in contact with you. And I am less than 100 meters away from where I was transmitting before. I am starving and dehydrated. And I think I bruised a couple of bones. And if I stand up too fast or move too quick, I get real dizzy right now. But I'm inside engineering, and I've set up for myself a quick way out. My plan is to pick a target, sprint through here, get seen on all their cameras and drawing all their goons onto me, sabotage something important, and then get the rack out of there. I'm probably gonna get myself killed down here, but hey. Pretty awful place to die, don't you think, Luna?
There are many worse alternatives.
Yeah, that's
including...
enough. Look, Colonel, I don't think you actually want me to sabotage their engines right now. Doing so wouldn't make them stop. They'd keep cruising at their current velocity. But it would mean they wouldn't be able to stop or change velocity at all. And I don't think we want that. And no, I can't hack their engines and steal control of them. I'm not an engineer. So I'm literally just planning on shooting the tar out of whatever important looking piece of whatever I can find down here. But I can at least try to hit some of their weapons, something or other. And no, I can't be more specific. Again, I'm no engineer. I'm just literally gonna read signs and labels and shoot whatever sounds essential. Life support isn't really an option either. Ships have layers and layers of redundancies on all kinds of backup systems for that, so don't expect any chain reaction explosions or anything. These systems are designed to detect a problem and shut down nicely, not overload and blow everything up. Even a piece of junk ship like the one I'm normally on has that kind of stuff built in, so it's gonna be even doubly so on a nice fancy military destroyer like this one. Really, the most I can do right now is inconvenience them before I have to skedaddle and figure out what the blazes I'm doing next. Hey, Luna. Do you think I can drink some of that?
That is synthetic gasket cleaning fluid.
So is that a yes or a no?
I would not recommend drinking it.
Blast. Okay. So just in a moment here, I bust out, start running and gunning. I don't know if you're actually going to commit to shooting at these ships here, but I do know that if I can do something to get goons away from the hostages and out and about into the ship, then maybe I can grab some people and get them to a shuttle. Here's the plan. Flag it. Here I go. Oh, that's adrenaline.
You don't have long before they arrive.
Oh, fun. Okay. Sure. I'm looking for something, what's an Omega 13?
An Omega 13 is a temporal.
Forget it. CRM 114. What's that one?
A CRM 114.
Oh, yeah, no, TMA F201?
A TMA F201 is
Oh, right there. Hold up. Security networking rack. That, and that, oh, look at that. Main target and array processing center. For good measure. Well, that just sparked like it was important.
I believe 4 individuals have entered engineering.
And we're out of here. Okay. So, security should be having problems on the inside of this thing now. They shouldn't be able to just sit in the main station and watch everything. That means if they want me, they're gonna have to corral me and track me down the mostly old-fashioned way. I'm gonna rush the main security station, now that they've lost visuals in there, and see if I can't catch one or two of those dirtbags by surprise. And grab whichever crew is left in there and get off this Riken ship. If you're gonna shoot Longstreet, I'll use that carnage and chaos to make my move. If you're not gonna shoot, then watch for my shuttle, pray to whatever it is you pray to, or write a song about me or something. I'm just doing what I can, and I won't save everyone, but I'm doing what I reckon can, okay? Yeah, Luna just said, I don't even care anymore.
Thank you for listening to Celestial Horizons Midnight Sentry. It's available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, with new episodes every Thursday. The story is shaped by audience members like you through our modules and the Council of Eberus. Currently, the ESS Phobonautis is preparing to fire on the ESS Antigone. You can step into the shoes of its commanding officer in Operation Bloodhound. Part 3 just released, and Part 4 comes out on YouTube next week. The success of the mission, the lives of your crew, and the future of Hypatia will be in your hands. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for updates and the latest videos, and check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This episode features Nathan Young as Rook and Ellen Ford as Luna, with music by Marcus Richardson and Nathan Young. A huge thank you to our corporate overlord, Voidspawn, as well as John Parker and Anonymous, our armchair generals who approved these dangerous operations. Good luck and Godspeed.